All right, hockey fans, it's time for the 2018 Stanley Cup Finals between the Edmonton Oilers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. What a series we have in store here. Two of Canada's youngest teams set to compete for the greatest prize in hockey, the Stanley Cup. Connor McDavid will captain the Edmonton Oilers, and Austin Matthews will captain the Toronto Maple Leafs. Both men have the chance to become legends for their respective teams, but the mountain they still need to climb is sizable, especially if you're a Toronto Maple Leaf. Arguably Toronto's best player for the first three rounds, Frederick Harold Bluetooth Anderson, baby, the Great Dane, their starting goaltender, is out for the year with a torn groin. Absolutely ridiculous. The poor guy, man. Vezina Trophy nominee, Conn Smythe nominee if we win the Stanley Cup, and it all ends in an injury before the Cup Finals even get underway. The Maple Leafs will need to rely on their backup Jonas Enroth, who did have a remarkable year for a backup goaltender. I should have paid more attention to him. While the Oilers are coming into the final as healthy as can be. So let's take a look at both teams' lineups and see who's got the better roster. I like the way we've been playing, but the whole Frederick Anderson injury, man, oof, that's so rough. So view opponents. So the young Edmonton Oilers, first line, Milan Lucic, 89 overall, power forward. Connor McJesus, there he is, boys. We've got to slow him down. Center playmaker, 94 overall, their captain. And the right winger, Jordan Eberle, right wing sniper. So you got the playmaker, power forward, sniper combination on that first line. That's rough, man. We got to be able to slow down McJesus. Second line, Jesse Puljujarvi. I'm always going to butcher that name. He's got the left wing. He's supposed to be a right winger playing on the left side. That's okay. Two-way forward, 83. This guy's got a bright future. I don't know if he's a great second line second line winger just yet. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, center playmaker, 87 overall. That's a solid second line center. And Nail Yakupov. A lot of people saying he's a bust. Well, he's 85 overall. He's a right wing sniper. He's playing alongside of a two-way forward and a playmaker. So that top six, they got everything. And they got the stud that brings it all together. That's a nice top six, man. Third line, you got Patrick Maroon, Leon Draisaitl, and Benoit Pouliot as a very good third line. The wingers could be slightly better, but it's a goal-scoring third line with Leon in the middle and Benoit Pouliot as a sniper. That's rough, man. They got depth here. And then the fourth line, Mark Letestu, Melker Carlson, and Zach Kassian. Fourth line, again, man, they have a very strong center core. 94, 87, 85, 84. Mark Letestu and Zach Kassian. Their depth, playmaker, two-way forward, power forward. Don't know what to make of that. I don't know what Cassian's... I don't think his defensive categories are that good. More of a body-checking fourth line. Interesting. The fourth line is kind of all over the place, but they have a very nice top nine. And defensively, Oscar Klefbom, two-way defender on the top two. Andre Sakara, offensive defenseman on the top two. An 88 and an 86. We've seen better. We've gone through Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson. We've gone through better defensemen. We got Morgan Riley. This is one of the weaker defensive cores that we've seen. But they do have the offensive defenseman on the power play with McJesus. That might be rough. Second line, Mark Streit, offensive defenseman. They got a veteran back there, but he's still 84. Adam Larson, two-way defender, right-handed, 85 overall. Pretty good second line defensive pairing. And then the third, the top six, Dennis Seidenberg and Darnell Nurse. So you can see the Edmonton Oilers leaning on their veterans in their defensive core. The 31-year-old Sekera, the 40-year-old Mark Streit, and the 36-year-old Dennis Seidenberg. That's where you can see their veterans at. And in the net, between the posts, in the crease, baby, Cam Talbot, 85 overall. Well, he got them this far. They beat the Chicago Blackhawks. He must be doing something right. Their backup goalie, Yoni Ortio, 83. So if Talbot goes down with an injury, boys, we might be able to tie them. Here's the Toronto Maple Leafs, the goaltender situation. Jonas freaking Enroth, boys, 83. However, you guys pointed it out to me multiple times. He had a great regular season. I should almost be more confident that we have Jonas Enroth in the net. Look what he did. 13-4-0, goals against at 2, and a save percentage of .933. If he can play like that, man, that's incredible. And this year in the playoffs for us, he's played 3 games. He's 2-1-0 with a save percentage of .976 and a goals against at .59. He's only had 41 shots taken on him, which is about, one game. So he's always come in relief duties. maybe goals were already scored, but Jonas Enroth, he might be able to steal the show here, boys. I'm hoping that he can. The forward core, James Van Riemsdyk, Austin Matthews, William Nylander. Matthews is still outclassed by Connor McDavid. The 2015 and 2016 first-round picks going up against each other, man. The two captains of the Canadian teams. Oh, this is good. It's a good matchup. Second line, you got the Sedin twins with Nazem Kadri. I'm going to leave Kadri on that second line. Kasperi Kapanen, he's up at 84 now. Cody Eakin and Mitch Marner on that third line. Hell yeah, baby. And then the fourth line has to go to us. I'd say Connor McDavid makes their first line better. The second line, I'd say we are better. The third line, kind of similar, but I'd still give it to us. And then the fourth line, I'd still give it to us. So we got the depth offensively, boys. It's come through for us in the playoffs so far. And defensively, Morgan Rielly, that's what I was talking about. The 91 overall offensive defenseman, that stud that you can rely on the power play. They don't have that. They got Sekera, who's 86. Billy Polka, 85. Jake Gardner, Connor Carrick, better than their second line defensive pairing. And Eric Zelna with Hunwick. Darnell Nurse was better than Hunwick. So you can see why the Edmonton Oilers made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, boys. They do have a good team. They have the ability to score. The only thing is the Chicago Blackhawks took them to 7. I don't know the series before that, how long it went. I think we'll be able to score goals on these guys. I really do. Their defensive core and their forward core, it's all offensive type players. You know, a lot of snipers and playmakers in there. I think we can score goals on the Edmonton Oilers. So we may see a little bit of a shootout here, boys. But this is history in the making. An all-Canadian final. 51 years since the Toronto Maple Leafs won a cup. 27 years since the Edmonton Oilers won a cup. Something's going to break, boys. One of those records are going to be broken in the Air Canada Centre. Game number 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. No more waiting. Let's get this sucker underway. Come on now, offense. And Jonas Enroth, I need you to play well. Play for Harold Bluetooth Anderson. First period. All right, I'll take that. Kasperi Kapanen, third liner. Daniel Sedin, second liner. Melker Karlsson, fourth liner for the Edmonton Oilers. Shots are 12-8. I thought this might be an offensive series, boys. We might be in for a lot of goals here. All right, so here we go. Second period. Still a 2-1 game for Toronto. They're playing well defensively. Shots are in the blue and white favor. 25-17. Come on now, Jonas Enroth. I can't rely on him like I did Frederik Andersen. It would be nice, but that's a lot to ask for a backup like that. We need more offense. Second and third line came through. First and fourth, where are you? Defensive core. Anyone want to chip in with a goal? A power play. That's a huge up. Yeah, baby! And the captain from 2016 shows 2015's first round pick. What's good, baby? 3-1 lead. Shit! Sekera. Yeah, baby! Daniel Sedin! The Sedin twins coming through for us in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. All the Vancouver Canuck fans, they're scratching their heads thinking, why the hell did they not do that for us? And the 5th goal of the game scored by Kasperi Kapanen. It's an empty netter. And the Toronto Maple Leafs take Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals 5-2. Was it Daniel Sedin who got 2 goals? Yeah, it was Daniel Sedin with 2 goals on the night. I couldn't tell if it was Hank Sedin with the first one or not. Daniel Sedin, 2 goals, 1 assist. Kasperi Kapanen, 2 goals. And the captain, Austin Matthews, with 2 goals as well. Jonas Enroth, only 2 goals against. I told you, boys, we can score on this team. I know we can. I just do. For the Stanley Cup Finals, I want to keep an eye on how many points are being scored for each team. So Hank Sedin with 3 assists. Way to go. Austin Matthews, Jake Gardner, Mitch Marner, Billy Polka. All right, that's the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let me just take a look at the Edmonton Oilers so we can tell a better story on who's actually scoring. Should have been doing this the entire time. Leon Draisaitl, Melker Karlsson. Jesus, that name does not roll off the tongue. Cassian Letestu, Milan Lucic. So we kept Connor McJesus from scoring a goal, from getting an assist, boys. We shut his young ass down, baby. And the Sedin twins, finally, their morale's on the way up. Mitch Marner's happy because of recent individual performance. How did I look? What the hell? Morale because of locker room interactions? What the? Mike Babcock, what did you say to these guys? Our locker room chemistry went down after winning Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. There you go, EA's morale system for you. Game number 2, boys, in the Air Canada Centre. The Toronto Maple Leafs are 3 wins away from Lord Stanley Cup. I can't believe I just said that. Come on, boys, let's take game number 2 in the ACC. First period, yeah! Cody Eakin, after not liking what Mike Babcock said to him in the locker room, gets out there and fires one past Cam Talbot, baby. Good job there, Cody Cody Eakin. Another huge trade, acquisition for the blue and white. Second period, yeah! Nazem Kadri, baby. This guy, he's had a long journey as a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. A lot of people saying he's a bust. A long journey to get to the place he's at right now, scoring goals in the Stanley Cup Finals. I bet that feels great. Nazem, here we go. Third period, the routine is in place. Shots are even, 20 apiece. 15 minutes left. Oh, Connor McJesus. Melker Carlson. He gets his second goal. And the Leafs with a 2-goal lead in the third period. It evaporates just like that. McJesus got his team going. It's still a tie game, though. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Are we going overtime? Yes, we are. Damn it. Oh, if this series goes bad, that's a third period that you can look on at. Frederik Andersen he might have had that. 2 goals. Less than a minute apart. Connor McJesus gets them back within 1, and the fourth line center for the second time in this series scores a goal to tie the game up at 2. Shots are 30-28 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. We need a hero, man. This is huge. All-Canadian final in the Air Canada Centre. Overtime game 2. Who's going to be a hero here? You're going to be a legend for your team. Toronto, Edmonton, overtime, Stanley Cup Finals. Who'd have thought that? 14 minutes left. Who's going to be the hero? The referees. They're keeping their whistles in their pockets. Wait a minute. Power play for Edmonton. Horseshit. Where's our power play now? 5. Yes. Come on, boys. That's a power play. Yeah. No. Motherfucking Jordan Eberle. I thought it was a goal for us. And the Edmonton Oilers. Was that a freaking shorthanded goal? Ball sack, Melker Carlson, 409, so it would have gone down to 209. When did he score the freaking goal? 208. It was basically shorthanded. They got a shorthanded rush in overtime, and right as Carlson steps onto the ice, Jordan Eberle buries it. A shorthanded overtime goal for the Oilers. They get 3 unanswered. And they tie the series up. Man, that third period is ball busting. Connor McJesus with 2 points. Jordan Eberle with a goal. Cam Talbot played a great game. Boys, that's rough, man. That's rough. We got to reset. That's rough. That's a game where you can look at the injury to Frederik Andersen and just, roll your eyes. Can't blame Jonas Enroth there, but 2 quick goals there in the third period. So the Sedin twins both got another point. Mitch Marner, Kadri, Gardner, and Eakin. So points scattered across the team right there. Man, that's a game we could have won. Fucking, that pisses me off. We could have won that game. Cam Talbot had a big third period, not allowing a goal, and then overtime as well. Letestu with 2 points. Look at that freaking fourth line. Letestu, Melker, Carlson. Why can't I say that damn name? McJesus, Jordan Eberle. Pulled Juju Harvey and Adam Larson. Okay, boys. So both teams scattered points there in game number 2. Jake Gardner's morale has gone up because of ice time. And the series is tied going back to Edmonton. No one wants to go play in Edmonton, damn it. And now we actually have to try. It's a 1-1 series tie in the 2018 Stanley Cup Finals, boys. Both teams easing into this series, but the Toronto Maple Leafs, they've got to be kicking themselves after letting Game 2 get away from them. Boys, we need more offense than 2. We can score offense. I know we can. We need more than 2 before the end of 60. Mitch Marner, baby. The biggest goal of his NHL career is the first one of game number 3. Thank you very much, Mitch. Thank you very much. First period. Okay, we got another one there. And the Sedin twins. Hank Sedin this time continue to get points. Mark Streit, the veteran on the second defensive pairing, gets one from the point. We got a 2-1 game. So I think this is the second time out of 3 games it's been 2-1 after 1, right? Shots are 16-6 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Come on now, offense. They heard my chirps about no offense. They got to step up big time in this game. I want more than 2 before the end of 60. Let's go. Second period. All right, we still only have 2. Shots are 25-13 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are dominating the Oilers here in Rogers Place or Rogers Center, whatever it's freaking called. Resume simulation, boys. Third period underway. Will the Toronto Maple Leafs be able to hold on to this third period lead, or will we see another tie game? We do. The Edmonton Oilers tied up at 2s late in the third once again. Well, not really late in the third, late in the game, the third period. We got a 2-2 tie and a goal by Jordan Eberle. Jesus, is this one going to overtime as well? We needed more than 2, boys. We needed more than 2, damn it. And Cam Talbot continues to be the hero for the Edmonton Oilers. Shots are 33-24 in favor of the blue and whites. And yet we're still going to overtime. This sucks, man. This sucks. We've let the last 2 games get to this point because our offense hasn't been able to step up. I need a hero. I need a hero. Resume simulation. We need a hero on the road. We need someone to step up. Kasperi Kapanen, do you have another overtime winner in you? How about our captain, Austin Matthews, Morgan Riley, the Sedin twins? You guys have been amazing so far in the Stanley Cup final. Somebody step up. 41. Yes! It's us, right? Yeah! James Van Riemsdyk. It's a long bomb. From the point, it looks like maybe it was a wrist shot through traffic. It had eyes. James Van Riemsdyk beats Cam Talbot and the Toronto Maple Leafs with 42 shots on the nets. Finally beat Cam Talbot to take a 2-1 series lead. Oh, thank God. All right, so we had 2 games there where we blew third period leads. At least we took one of them in overtime. Jordan Eberle, Connor McDavid, and Milan Lucic, 3 stars. You don't give one to James Van Riemsdyk or Cam Talbot, really? So let's see what happened here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Jake Gardiner, Nazem Kadri, Kasperi Kapanen, Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews, the Sedins continue to score goals, and James Van Riemsdyk. So the Toronto Maple Leafs depth goal scoring came through in that game, and also Jonas Enroth, boys. I will show Jonas Enroth respect when he earns it. He had a big game right there. Only allowed 2 deep in overtime. Jordan Eberle with 2 points. Connor McDavid with 2 points. I'm not liking that, man. Connor's clearly going in this series. He's clearly going. He's got like 5 or 6 points over the first 3 games. Something like that. He's clearly going. This is going to be an offensive series, boys. We have to be able to score more than 2 before the end of 60. You just have to. The last 2 games, we had to go to overtime because all we get is 2 goals. I think even with Jonas Enroth in the net, we're a good defensive team. We have a good defensive core. We have a good penalty kill, but we need to score offense, man. 3 by the end of 60, and we have this series. If we can get 3 by the end of 60 2 more times, we got this freaking series. We can take a stranglehold around the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton, baby. Crush their freaking cold dreams over there in Edmonton. Let's go. Freaking first period of game number 4. Will the Toronto Maple Leafs get off to a good start? Oh, goaltend. Oh, man. Shots are 13-5 in favor of Edmonton. Now, they may want this series tied up, boys. Jonas Enroth, you may have to steal us a game, man, if you're going to play in the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't care if you're 83 overall. I need you to steal a game or 2. Second period, yeah! James Van Riemsdyk, consecutive goals now in this series. He was the last one to score in game number 3, first one to score in game number 4. Toronto Maple Leafs have evened up the shots, 18-17. Can the Toronto Maple Leafs hold on, baby? We still have yet to get the 3 before the end of 60, boys, so we're still in that danger zone right now. I'm not going to call the routine. Increase the simulation. Third period. Third time in a row. Can the Toronto Maple Leafs hold on to a third period lead? Power play! It would be huge, and they don't score, for God's sakes. 11 minutes left, 10 minutes, and Edmonton, they're on their last breath here. They don't want to go down 3-1, and they tie it up! Nail Yakupov! Bust who? Bust who? Fucking Yakupov scores! And the Edmonton Oilers, for the 3rd time in a freaking row, they tie the game up in the 3rd period to send it to overtime. Boys, we are shooting ourselves in the freaking foot right now. What did I say? You need more than 2 before the end of regulation. They're not scoring goals on us. We're still good defensively, but we are not scoring goals. Jesus, 3rd game in a row, 2 goals by the end of 60. So both teams have had a overtime hero so far. It was Jordan Eberle and James Van Riemsdyk, a pair of first-line wingers. Who's going to be the hero in game number 4? Will it be 3-1 for Toronto? It will! Nazem Kadri! Nazem Kadri! He scores in overtime! And the Toronto Maple Leafs are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup, baby! Kadri, you beautiful bastard! I think the 2007 first-round pick of Toronto, am I right? 2007? I can't even remember, man. Freaking way back now. He just got the biggest goal of his NHL career. And Jonas Enroth, my man, you played great as well. Save percentage of .966. Cam Talbot, and then, God, the dream. The dream. He's going to be having plenty of dreams about that goal again. JVR and Kadri, boys. So a pair of old Toronto Maple Leafs. The veteran Leafs coming through. The Edmonton Oilers, Nuge, Juju Harvey, and Nail Yakupov. So that second line chipped in for a goal there. Late. And the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, boys, this is getting good now. This is getting good. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, Jake Gardiner, Kadri, Marner, Nylander, and JVR. Again, the depth goal scoring. The points are always scattered for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's been working the entire playoffs. You know, Austin Matthews doesn't have that many points. The Sedin twins had a couple series there. They didn't show up much. They've taken over here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Simulate up to this day. And here we go, boys. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I got to calm down a little bit here. The Toronto Maple Leafs, for the first time in over 50 years, have the chance to win a Stanley Cup. And they can do it in the Air Canada Centre with Canada watching. No one wants to see the Oilers win. All right, the future may be bright for them. But the future is right now for the Sedin Twins and for the Toronto Maple Leafs, all right? We've gone through enough shitty freaking years. Been the laughing stock of the NHL. Now it's time we become champions on home ice, baby. Don Cherry, if he makes it through just one more night to see the Leafs win, it'll be a good life for him, all right? So here we go, boys. Playing game number 5 in the Air Canada Centre. The Toronto Maple Leafs have a 3-1 series lead. We're going real-time simulation. Why not? Here we go. First period underway. Power play for Edmonton. The referees giving them a little bit of a chance here. They're going to need every chance they can get. 10 minutes in, and the Leafs only have one shot for power play. Things should change. Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! The captain, Austin Matthews, scores a huge goal in the Air Canada Centre with the freaking Stanley Cup in the building. Austin Matthews gets his team on the board. So, boys, I'm continuing to say what I've been saying over the last 3 freaking games. More than 2 before the end of regulation, and we got this shit wrapped up. Jonas Enroth is a super sweet beast, baby. Resume simulation. Second period. Power play for the Leafs again. And they score again! James Van Riemsdyk. Oh, Hank Sedin! The Leafs out to a 3. Oh, wait a minute. Davidson. He gets their team back within 1. What a wild second period we got here, boys. Within the first 10 minutes, we got a 3-1 game. Holy crap. 6:57. Down to 5:11. Will the Toronto Maple Leafs be able to hold on to a 2-goal lead before the third period? I think they will. Yes, they do. So, boys, the Leafs are 20 minutes away from winning a Stanley Cup. Will they get it done in quick fashion? In 5 games, they have done what their coach and GM has asked them. They've got more than 2 before the end of 60. They got the routine in place. Can Jonas Enroth hold on for 20 minutes? Can the defense of the Leafs hold on for 20 minutes and make the city champion once again? 18 minutes. Oh, fuck you, Melker Karlsson, you piece of shit. Holy crap, his 3rd goal of the series. 4th line center coming back to bite me. 12:30 left. Can the Toronto Maple Leafs hold on? We're down to No! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and the Leafs again give up a 3rd period lead. I don't fucking believe it. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're going overtime again. The 4th game in a row. The Edmonton Oilers tied up in the 3rd period to send it to overtime. Shots are 35-30. I don't believe this, Toronto. I don't believe this. We may have just let a huge opportunity pass. Please, God, no. With Don Cherry in the box, boys. We have to come through. We've already had 2 overtime heroes so far. We can get another one. I know we can. Resume simulation. Overtime with the Stanley Cup in the Air Canada Centre. Power play for Edmonton. Fuck you, referees. 14. No! Neil fucking Yakupov! And Jonas Enroth. He collapses in a huge way. The Toronto Maple Leafs with 3 early goals. And for the fucking 3rd time in a row, they collapse in the 3rd period. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. Melker freaking Karlsson, 4th line center. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And then Nail Yakupov. 3 unanswered, and the Edmonton Oilers take it 4-3. Jesus, so you could just feel this slipping away. You could just feel this slipping away. Freaking Brendan Davidson scoring goals. Austin Matthews, he had a goal and an assist. The chance to win it. Henrik Sedin, goal and an assist. Oh, we had 3 goals, man. We got the 3, and we couldn't get the win before regulation. That's a game where Frederik Andersen, man, I don't know. Austin Matthews, 2 points. Sedin with 2 points. Kadri Nylander, Morgan Riley, Sedin, JVR. Take a look at the Edmonton Oilers. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I just got a really bad vibe going down my back, boys. Fucking Davidson with 2 points. You gotta be shitting me. A +3. Poole, Juju, Harvey. They freaking got 3 goals on us before the end of regulation without Connor McJesus chipping in at all. Oh, we had them that game. We had them. And our defense just shits the bed. Well, it's not even our defense. Our goaltending and defense. 82 overall goaltending. Well, it's not like I can go to Bibo I'm going to have to leave Jonas Enroth in there, boys. So we got to go back to Edmonton for another game, boys. I don't want to come back for Game 7. We had the chance to win it on home ice. We didn't get it done. I don't want to have to come back. I want to win it right now. So please, the Toronto Maple Leafs, I need 4. I need 4 by the end of regulation. We just need the offense to steal us a game right here. All right, Toronto, I need fucking offense. I need goals, all right? Resume simulation. Here we go, boys. Game number 6. There you go. Hank Sedin. He wants that Stanley Cup. It might be his final year. The Sedin twins are scoring goals and scoring in a big way. 10 minutes through the first period, the Toronto Maple Leafs have a 1-0 lead. That doesn't feel safe to me. We need a 3-goal lead in the third period. Then I'll feel safe. This is still a game. This is still a game. This is far from freaking over. So after 1-0 for Toronto on a goal by Hank Sedin. Shots are 13-8 in favor of the blue and white. I'm not going to say anything. Mike Babcock has been here plenty of times. He knows how to handle Team Canada. He can get it done with the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, should be much easier. Resume simulation. Second period underway. The Leafs, for the 4th game in a row, have a fucking lead. Can they hold on to it or not? 13 minutes left. Down to 10 minutes. The Leafs are playing great defensively right now. The Oilers are only on pace for 22 shots in this game. 13 after what? After 2 periods? Oh my god. 13 shots, 14. They got 14 shots after 2 periods. The Toronto Maple Leafs have the Oilers on pace for only 21 shots. 23-14 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. They have a 1-0 lead. Now, we are 20 minutes away from winning a Stanley Cup, but I don't feel safe with this, man. We've already conceded 4 straight games giving up the third period lead. 4 straight games had to go to overtime. Teams are tied 2-2 in overtime. That one regulation win from game 1. We need another regulation. We can't keep going to fucking overtime. We're the better team, all right? Show them we're the better team and take that cup back to Toronto. Third period underway. Will the Leafs finally power play? Give me one, please. Will the Leafs finally hold on to a lead? Or will they concede again? Nazem Kadri, the dream. He gets an even bigger goal. Come on, baby. 8:37 down to 6:41. They got 2 goals. 5 minutes left, 3 minutes left, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, empty netter by Morgan Riley. The Toronto Maple Leafs are Stanley Cup champions. After 51 years of embarrassment, the blue and white will be hoisting Lord Stanley Cup tonight, boys. Yeah! Canada goes wild. Don Cherry having a heart attack. The blue and white are once again champions of the NHL. Kiss my ass, haters. The Toronto Maple Leafs are the best team in hockey. You're going to have to wait another year there, Edmonton. They did it. They did it. I don't believe it. This storybook ending for this young team with the Sedin twins, possibly in their final year, going off as champions, baby. Who would have thought that the Sedin twins would have won a Stanley Cup together? After the Vancouver Canucks lost in 2011, after they traded Daniel Sedin to the Calgary Flames and broke up the Twins, the Leafs, GM Superb, man, brings the magic back together for one more year, and they show up big time in the Stanley Cup Finals. Before, in a Game 6, it's taken over. What did I say, boys? We needed 3 before the end of regulation, and Jonas Enroth, I bow down to you, my man. Jonas Enroth, after allowing 4 games in a row, giving up the third period leads, he comes through with a Game 6 shutout in Edmonton. The only shitty part of this was that we didn't win it on home ice, but whatever, man, we won it. Cam Talbot, he was a great goaltender the entire time. They just couldn't beat our defense, man. Jonas Enroth, the second star of the game, and the dream, Nazem Kadri. What a Stanley Cup final this man had. An overtime winning goal. JVR had an overtime winning goal. A huge goal in this game to give the insurance marker. Kadri came through in a big way. Toronto stats. Who got the points in this, boys? Hang on a second here. Kadri with 2 goals, 2 points there in the clinching game in the Stanley Cup final. Marner, Riley, the Sedin twins, boys, a point apiece. Sedin twins came through in a big way late, boys. Hell yeah. And poor Frederick Anderson. We were cheering with Freddie as well. He got dressed, he came down, even with his torn groin, he got to lift the Stanley Cup a little bit. We did it, boys. We did it. My locker room chemistry should be up at like 90% now. Stanley Cup champions, the Toronto Maple Leafs, baby. Hang on, no, don't quit out yet. Jesus, there it is. The 2018 Stanley Cup champions, your Toronto Maple Leafs. Boys, it's time for some beers. It's time to party. This doesn't happen too often. It may not happen again. I'm enjoying this. The Leafs are champions of the world. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.